Hey folks, it's Steve Wilmes, and today we're doing a Q&A, and we got a great question here, and it comes from Susan. It's how do we have students sit during active shooter events? So this is that we're in the hide mode, we're in the classroom. How do we have the students sit? And so I brought with me our famed Matt Kita to help us describe a little bit of this. So Matt, go ahead, tell them what you know.
Okay, so when it comes to this situation, again, we are trying to hide up against the wall and make yourselves as small profile and as invisible to the shooter being able to see you from, let's say, the door, from a window. You want to make your profile as small as possible. So the way to do this when you're sitting is you have a couple different options here. The first option is you can put your back just like as you can see visibly here. That's it. Steve's against a hard wall. That's it. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Well, and again, you're right there. There's a window, and that's right. What we'd have to get down below, right?
100%. Yeah, this wouldn't be appropriate with the window right here. You want to go a little bit lower, but yes, regardless of the wall that you're working against, you want to put your shoulders back against the wall, and then move your legs in, collapse your legs in like you're in a sitting, kneeling position, but your knees are back up against your chest. The reason that you do that is if you were to lay out with your legs straight out, the end result is a shooter could peek into the window and actually see your feet, going out there.
Which happens. I mean, when we do our drills, I see a lot of tennis shoes kind of moving around like this. Yeah. And it's like, okay, we got to work on that piece.
Yep, exactly. So that's why it's really important to bring your legs in and make sure that you're there's no promise that you're going to be invisible, but you be compact, be as invisible as you can possibly do it. Okay. The other option, and this might be a situation where you don't have enough wall room to do this, but if you have
that's the one. Everybody's sitting this direction, shoulder to shoulder this way, when you don't have enough space, right? Because the profile, they're looking over and down. So you want to try and be as compact as possible, pull your knees up, and you want the forward trajectory of bodies to be as small and short as possible. Right. So if you have more space, less students in the room, more space, then you can do what?
Well, if you have more space, the example I think of is the letter V, right? If you put like a bunch of V's together, you can pile them right on top of each other. So imagine if you are a student, you're forming a line against a wall, you are side by side. So you're putting, instead of like if you're,
go like this.
Yeah, if you go like this, you got one shoulder against the wall. Now, instead of collapsing your legs in, you stick them out, kind of like a V, but really it's straightforward, but with enough space for the student in front of you to fill the space in front and lean against you. So it's like a collapsible seat, kind of
stacking.
Yeah, stacking. That's why I'm picturing the V, like put a V with a V and a V and a V.
Yeah. You and your V's, that's up and down. People are thinking I'm supposed to sit up and down.
I meant V in a horizontal manner. But the point is that this creates another compact and small profile, and it allows you to use, if you're in a situation where you have a lot of students, that might save you some room. However, that's a good way of another option, as it were, rather than doing the shoulder back, especially if you have some concerns that you are still more visible in some way doing the shoulder to the back.
Yeah, I think just to clarify, if you go sideways, like you don't want people stacked up on top of each other,
right?
Because it's going to get hot. You're going to be in there for a long time. So shoulder to shoulder this way is great for air movement. But what generally happens is the students let their legs go because it's tiring. So then the feet are sticking out. And as the grade levels go up, the feet get long, the legs and feet get longer and taller, and so they're more likely to be seen. So just by turning sideways this direction, Now, if you don't have a lot of students in the class and you have more wall space, this is a better option because now you can kind of lean at it. And also, if a projectile were to come through the wall, it's less of a target this way, right? Like you have to be able to, it have to hit closely. So here I have potential for 2 lungs to be struck. Here, it's a little slimmer profile and I have a little more room. And if I extend my legs, they're not going out where the angle of view through the window is seen, but this way. If I have a whole bunch of students, then I may need to do that collapse seating, but honestly, it's better than to just turn with both shoulders to the wall.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, 100%. I'm more expressing it as, hey, this is another option that you can have depending on the situation. But I do think that ideally, you're going to be doing the first one with your back, your back against the shoulder, or your shoulder against the wall, or doing the sideways as you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, that's the answer, Susan. I hope that helps, and I hope we were clear. I'm not so sure about that, but 2 options: both shoulders against the wall, 1 shoulder against the wall, and that's going to be based on space, right? So, all right, that's it. We'll see you next time on a Q&A. Send in your questions, and don't forget, if you're watching this on our blog, we do have a YouTube channel that you can go over and check out a bunch of videos. So I hope you enjoy. We'll see you very soon.